Well, the old Gandy Bridge is about to get a new use. Thousands of people are going to be there today to help christen it as the Friendship Trail. And Fox 13's Amani Channel is there as well, and he joins us now with a report. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Bill. I'm standing right now on the Hillsborough County side of the old Gandy Bridge. It's been closed for about 2 years now, but today it's going to get a new opening as a recreation trail. A new chapter for the old Gandy Bridge starts today. The bridge that once linked commuters to each side of the bay is now getting a fresh start. Beginning with its name, the old Gandy will now be called the Friendship Trail Bridge.
We saw it as a recreation trail not only for fishermen, but also for inline skaters, bicyclists, pedestrians, and walkers and joggers.
But it didn't come easy. After the new Gandy Bridge was built 2 years ago, Florida's Department of Transportation had another plan to simply blow the old bridge up.
The State Department of Transportation's plan was to leave the fishing piers at either side.
But Bay Area resident Frank Miller and his small group of activists had another idea: to save the bridge and turn it into something everyone could enjoy. They applauded when the Hillsborough County Commission voted to save the bridge. Pinellas soon jumped on board, and the 2.5-mile Friendship Trail Bridge was born. Money set aside for the bridge's demolition was used instead to fix it up.
This is a great thing for Tampa Bay. I mean, this is just everybody working together.
Now everyone will have another reason to get outside to enjoy the Bay Area's beautiful outdoors. And as we speak, organizers are getting ready for the 9 o'clock dedication. And then at 9:30, there's going to be the big event. That's when about 3,400 people are expected to come out and march from both this side and from the Pinellas side and hold hands in a sign of unity. So this really is a special day for us, the old Gandy Bridge.
It sure is, Amani. Is the fog lifting a little bit? I can see a little bit behind you at this point.
Actually, yeah, the fog cleared up. It's been clear for about 30 minutes now, and I'm sure that it's going to be a beautiful day out here.
But when we talk to you next, we plan to watch you run the entire span.
Well, I didn't bring my jogging shoes, but we'll see.
All right, we'll talk to you in a bit. Thank you very much, Amani.
For the past year, residents have been trying to find a way to stay in their homes. But as Fox 13's Amani Channel tells us now, they're simply running out of time.
It's the ideal place.
Enjoying the waterfront view. This is the routine for these residents at the Cedar Grove Mobile Home Park.
Sitting here with each other, talking about what we might do in lifetime and really enjoying each other. This is what we do every day.
But Marlene Sword says these days are also filled with concern because the park is closing soon. Some residents say their homes are too old to move, and now they have nowhere to go.
I lost my husband to cancer, so I'm left alone, and now I'm losing my home. So I don't know what we're going to do.
Almost a year ago, all of the residents got a letter stating that the owners decided to change the property's use. Dated Christmas Eve, 1998, it informed them that under Florida law, they have 1 year to pack up and move out. This is the second letter that residents who live here received. It states that the date of eviction has been pushed back to January 17th of the year 2000, but that's little consolation for those who live here. Resident Phyllis Zelenka lives on a fixed income. Unable to work, she says she simply can't afford to move.
Folks that are here.
Today, residents went to the Hillsborough County Commission, a last resort for help. Commissioners agreed to look into it, but made no promises.
Somebody's got to hear us. This is happening all over. Come to Florida and retire. What good did it do me?
In Ruskin, Amani Channel, Fox 13 News.
From Fox Television, this is the Fox 13 10 o'clock news.
Good evening, I'm Frank Robertson.
And I'm Cecily Wilson. Thanks for joining us tonight. And first on Fox, the nation is on alert. From Florida to the West Coast, tests are now confirming the fears that more people have been exposed to the deadly anthrax bacteria. Fox 13's Amani Channel is live at our media center with the latest. Amani?
Hello, Cecily. Well, preliminary tests are showing that 5 more people who work for a South Florida company have been exposed to anthrax. The criminal investigation looking into the exact cause of the outbreak is ongoing. But across the country, other incidents seem to confirm the fear that the dangerous bacteria has been delivered through the mail.
Saturday, 5 more employees of American Media Incorporated tested positive for exposure to the potentially deadly anthrax bacteria. A total of 7 workers in Boca Raton have now tested positive for exposure to anthrax. 1 man died last week after catching the disease. In New York, officials investigating a suspicious letter sent to NBC anchor Tom Brokaw now say it wasn't postmarked in St. Petersburg as originally thought, but rather in New Jersey.
It turns out that there's another letter, a letter
appears to have been sent earlier. Postmark that appears to be the 18th of September that was sent to Tom Brokaw. That letter was tested last night, and it turns out to be positive to anthrax.
A second NBC employee is now getting treated with antibiotics after possibly being exposed. And in Reno, Nevada, a letter sent to a Microsoft office from Malaysia tested positive for small traces of the bacteria.
This is a very, very low risk for public health under the circumstances because there was no residuals of, or residue of any powder in this envelope, which is positive in many respects. And so we think it's a very low risk.
So far, investigators say none of these incidents appear to be linked or have any connection with the September 11th attacks.
They're in the process.
Area postal inspectors say it's time for people to be on alert, but not afraid to open their mail.
If there is anything suspicious, then of course notify the authorities immediately.
And right now, many eyes are focused on the postal system and the dangerous bacteria that was sent through it.
Now, the Centers for Disease Control has to confirm the 5 people in Boca Raton have been exposed to anthrax, and we're still awaiting the test results from about 20 postal employees who handled the company's mail. Frank?
Well, we're joined now for more on that story out of Tampa by Amani Channel of our affiliate WTVT. Good morning, Amani. What's the situation there now?
Good morning, Kira. The remnants of that small Cessna plane have been removed from the Bank of America building here in downtown Tampa. The wreckage has been dismantled. The pieces are now at a local airport where NTSB officials have started their inspection and their investigation. Now, both the 28th and 29th floors of this building were damaged when the teenage pilot flew right into it.
The tail of the single-engine Cessna airplane dangled dangerously from the Bank of America building in downtown Tampa for hours before emergency workers pulled the wreckage inside the building.
You think the worst when you hear that. I mean, when your plane crashes into the building today, oh my God, you know, that's never happened here.
Saturday evening, investigators say 15-year-old Charles Bishop, a student pilot, crashed into the 28th and 29th floors moments after taking off from the St. Petersburg Clearwater Airport.
I didn't think he would actually do something like that. Like, he seemed nice and...
Yeah, he was pretty quiet. I never saw him talk to anybody.
Investigators say Bishop was flying alone and he wasn't cleared for takeoff. A Coast Guard helicopter was alerted and tried to make contact with the young pilot moments before the plane plowed into the building.
Both wings seem to have come off into the middle of Ashley Street, and I guess that's why all the gasoline probably leaked out at that point. This could have been a lot worse, and certainly could have been much, much worse if it were some terrorist act. And, thankfully, those things didn't happen.
15-year-old Charles Bishop was the only person who died in this crash. If it were during the week, things could have been much more tragic here. Now, another concern is that this building has not been completely secured. There is still loose debris that is up there. Fire officials say that they hope this gets secured as soon as possible. And the other issue, prior to crashing into the building, Charles Bishop flew over MacDill Air Force Base, which is, of course, restricted. These are all part of the investigation, which is ongoing. Back to you.
Amani, do you know anything about this young boy or the family? Have you had a chance to talk to relatives? A lot of people want to know if this was a copycat type of incident or if this was just a young man that was extremely confused and didn't know what to do.
We don't know that right now. All we know is that his grandparents dropped him off at that airport over in Clearwater at about 4:30. He spoke to his flight instructor. He was getting into the airplane without the flight instructor, going over some pre-flight drills when he took off and proceeded on to his path right here into downtown Tampa. Back to you.
Amani Channel, affiliate WTVT.